Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering Gengar Ransomware wreaks havoc on computer users. PUA Win32/Presenoker may indicate the presence of potentially unwanted programs on a computer. And the SppExtComObjHook.dll file is associated with various illegal software activation tools such as Reloader and KMSAuto. Gengar Ransomware is a malicious software variant designed to encrypt victims' files and demand payment for their recovery. By exploiting security vulnerabilities, this ransomware employs the AES encryption algorithm to lock files, rendering them inaccessible without a unique decryption key. Gengar Ransomware is part of the ransomware attacks targeting individuals and businesses, leveraging fear and urgency to extort payments. How Gengar Ransomware operates. Once Gengar Ransomware infiltrates a system, it begins by scanning for files to encrypt. These files, often critical to daily operations, include documents, images, spreadsheets, and more. Using the AES encryption algorithm, Gengar Ransomware locks the files, making them unreadable without the decryption key held by the attackers. After encryption, Gengar Ransomware leaves a ransom note detailing the situation and providing instructions for victims. Key points in the note include contact information. Victims are directed to email the attackers at restoreyourfiles.gengar@gmail.com with a specific subject line to initiate the decryption process. Decryption offer. To build trust, the attackers offer to decrypt up to 2 small files for free, provided they are not important files such as databases or spreadsheets. This tactic aims to convince victims that file recovery is possible. Warnings. The ransom note explicitly warns against renaming encrypted files or using third-party decryption software, claiming such actions could cause permanent data loss. Victims are also reminded that only the attackers have the necessary decryption keys, discouraging any independent file recovery attempts. This structured approach pressures victims to comply with the attackers' demands while creating an illusion of cooperation and reliability. How Gengar Ransomware spreads? Gengar Ransomware uses several distribution methods to infiltrate systems. These include phishing emails, malicious links, or attachments in phishing emails remain a primary ransomware delivery method. These emails are often disguised as urgent communications from trusted entities. Exploited vulnerabilities. Gengar Ransomware may take advantage of unpatched software or outdated systems, gaining access through known security loopholes. Compromised websites. Visiting infected websites may trigger automatic ransomware downloads, usually without the user's knowledge. Malicious software. Files disguised as legitimate software or updates may carry the ransomware payload, tricking users into execution. Risks and consequences of Gengar Ransomware. The impact of a Gengar Ransomware attack can be devastating. Data inaccessibility. Encrypted files cannot be accessed or used, potentially halting operations for businesses or disrupting personal activities. Financial extortion. Victims are required to pay a ransom, often in cryptocurrency, to recover their files. Payment does not guarantee that the attackers will deliver a working decryption tool. Data loss. Attempting to recover files independently, as warned in the ransom note, could result in permanent data loss. Operational downtime. For businesses, losing access to essential files can lead to downtime, lost revenue, and reputational damage. Privacy concerns. In some cases, ransomware attacks may also involve data theft, exposing sensitive information to further exploitation. How to detect and remove Gengar ransomware. Detecting Gengar Ransomware is straightforward. Signs of infection include inability to open files with extension changes, a ransom note with decryption instructions, unusual system behavior. Manual removal is not recommended due to the complex nature of ransomware and the risk of incomplete cleanup. Instead, using a reputable malware remediation tool is the safest and most effective removal method. Such tools can perform thorough system scans to detect Gengar ransomware and any associated components. They can also safely remove the ransomware without further damaging encrypted files and protect against reinfection by monitoring for malicious activity. How to protect yourself from Gengar ransomware. Preventing ransomware infections like Gengar requires proactive security measures. Here are key steps to safeguard your system. Be cautious with emails. Avoid opening attachments or clicking links in unsolicited or suspicious emails. Verify the sender's identity before interacting with email content. Keep software updated. Regularly update your operating system, software, and security tools to patch vulnerabilities. Use strong passwords and multi-factor authentication. Secure accounts and systems with unique, complex passwords and enable two-factor authentication wherever possible. Backup data regularly. Maintain secure file backups on external drives or cloud storage. Ensure backups are disconnected from the primary system to prevent encryption. Use a reputable malware remediation tool. A trusted anti-malware solution is essential for detecting and blocking ransomware threats like Gengar ransomware. These tools provide real-time protection, monitor for suspicious activity, and ensure complete malware removal. By following these practices and employing advanced security tools, you can reduce the risk of Gengar ransomware infection and protect your critical data from encryption and extortion. PUA Win32 Presenoker refers to software flagged as potentially unwanted by security tools. While PUAs may not explicitly harm a system like malware does, their objectives and behaviors may negatively affect user experience. The presence of Presenoker or similar applications often results from downloading free software bundled with additional programs. How PUA:"Win32/Presenoker affects your system. The impact of Presenoker depends on its specific behavior and how it infiltrates a device. Common risks include privacy concerns. PUAs often collect browsing data, search queries, and other user information. This data may be shared with third parties for targeted advertising or other purposes, raising significant privacy issues. Unwanted content. Users may experience an influx of pop-ups, banners, or other advertisements, which may redirect them to questionable or malicious websites. How PUA:"Win32/Presenoker spreads. Presenoker and similar PUAs often rely on questionable distribution methods to infiltrate devices. Common tactics include bundled software. PUAs are frequently included as optional components in free software installations. Users who skip through installation prompts may unknowingly install Presenoker. Fake updates. Pop-ups or alerts urging users to update their software may serve as a front for PUA downloads. Misleading ads, clicking ads for free tools or performance optimizers may lead to the installation of unwanted software. Compromised websites. Visiting certain sites may trigger automatic downloads of PUAs like Presenoker. How to detect and remove. PUA:"Win32/Presenoker. Signs of Presenoker's presence include increased pop-up ads and unexpected changes in browser settings or system configurations. While PUAs may not exhibit overtly harmful behavior, their effects can be disruptive and annoying. Manually removing Presenoker is possible but challenging, as it often may leave files all over your system or install additional unwanted components. For comprehensive removal, it is recommended to use a reputable malware remediation tool. These tools can conduct thorough scans to identify traces of Presenoker and similar PUAs and safely remove the application without affecting legitimate system files. How to protect yourself from PUA:"Win32/Presenoker and similar threats. To avoid PUAs like Presenoker, follow these key practices. Be careful with software downloads. Always download applications from trusted and verified sources. Avoid third-party websites that bundle freeware with additional programs. Review installation prompts. Use the custom or advanced installation settings when downloading software to deselect any unwanted components. Avoid clicking on pop-up ads. Be cautious with ads offering free tools or urgent updates. Verify their legitimacy before proceeding. Keep software updated. Regularly update your operating system and applications to patch vulnerabilities that PUAs may exploit. Use a reputable malware remediation tool. A trusted anti-malware solution is essential for detecting and blocking PUAs like Presenoker. These tools monitor your system for suspicious behavior, preventing unwanted applications from gaining access. By staying vigilant and employing robust security measures, you can protect your system from PUA, Win32/Presenoker, and similar threats, ensuring your privacy, performance, and security remain uncompromised. The SppExtComObjHook.dll file is frequently associated with illegal software activation tools such as KMSAuto, AutoKMS, Reloader, and KMSAuto. These tools are designed to bypass licensing requirements for Microsoft Windows and Office products, enabling unauthorized software activation without payment. While these tools may seem appealing, they come with significant risks, including the introduction of malware and other serious security threats. How SppExtComObjHook.dll and activators operate. The primary function of tools like KMSAuto and KMSAuto is to mimic legitimate activation processes, allowing users to bypass product licensing restrictions. The SppExtComObjHook.dll file is a key component in these operations and is often flagged as malicious by antivirus programs. However, the risks extend far beyond this file's detection. Malware delivery. Activation tools that rely on SppExtComObjHook.dll are notorious for serving as malware delivery mechanisms. Cybercriminals exploit these tools to install malicious programs instead of performing the advertised activation. Users are often instructed to disable their antivirus software to run these tools, leaving their systems vulnerable to undetected malware infections. Cryptocurrency mining. One of the most common types of malware delivered through activation tools is cryptocurrency mining programs. These programs hijack system resources, forcing infected computers to perform mining tasks for the attacker's financial gain. This activity significantly slows down the infected system and increases electricity consumption, resulting in higher utility bills. System performance issues. The additional strain caused by hidden malware and mining operations can lead to system slowdowns, overheating, and hardware degradation, further increasing the damage. Risks of using illegal software activators. Using tools like KMSAuto and KMSAuto carries numerous risks beyond potential malware infections. Legal consequences. These tools violate software licensing agreements. Users caught employing such tools may face legal repercussions, including fines and penalties. Privacy breach. Many activation tools collect sensitive data from infected systems, such as login credentials, personal information, and browsing history. This information may be sold to third parties or used for identity theft. Untrusted sources. Activation tools are typically downloaded from unverified websites that may present themselves as official sources. These sites may distribute modified versions of the tools embedded with additional malware. How SppExtComObjHook.dll is detected. Antivirus and anti-spyware programs routinely flag the SppExtComObjHook.dll file as suspicious whenever an illegal activation tool is executed. This detection serves as a clear warning that such tools cannot be trusted. Many users attempt to bypass these warnings, unaware that the tools they are using are likely installing harmful software alongside their supposed activation. Common malware delivered via activators. Some of the most prevalent types of malware associated with tools using SppExtComObjHook.dll include Trojans, hidden malicious programs that allow attackers to gain unauthorized access to infected systems. Ransomware encrypts files on a device and demands payment for their recovery. Spyware monitors user activity, collecting sensitive information, such as passwords and credit card numbers. Cryptojackers, cryptocurrency mining malware that exploits system resources for the attacker's profit. How to detect and remove SppExtComObjHook.dll and associated threats. Detecting SppExtComObjHook.dll and related threats requires vigilance. Common signs of infection include unusual system slowdowns, unexpected pop-ups or error messages, increased electricity consumption. Manual removal of SppExtComObjHook.dll and associated activators is risky and often incomplete, leaving residual malware components behind. The safest way to eliminate these threats is by using a reputable malware remediation tool. Such tools can conduct a comprehensive system scan, safely remove SppExtComObjHook.dll and associated programs, restore system performance, and prevent reinfection. How to protect yourself from SppExtComObjHook.dll and illegal activators. To avoid the risks associated with SppExtComObjHook.dll and illegal software activators, follow these practices. Use licensed software. Always purchase and use legitimate software. This ensures access to updates, support, and secure activation processes. Avoid dubious downloads. Steer clear of websites offering free activation tools or cracked software. These sites are often riddled with malware. Keep security software enabled. Never disable antivirus or anti-malware programs, even when prompted by activation tools or installers. Regularly update software. Ensure your operating system and applications are up to date to close vulnerabilities that malware may exploit. Use a reputable malware remediation tool. A trusted anti-malware solution can detect and block threats like SppExtComObjHook.dll, ensuring your system remains secure from unwanted software and malicious programs. By adhering to these guidelines and maintaining robust security practices, you can protect your system from the dangers associated with SppExtComObjHook.dll and similar threats.
You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like Spy Hunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. Spy Hunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. Spy Hunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the Spy Hunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. Spy Hunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download Spy Hunter today. Thanks for watching.